While COVID cases and hospitalizations have been on the rise in recent weeks, no state, as we've been saying, has seen a worse spring surge than Michigan. The state's weekly report shows hospitalizations are up more than 25% since last week, and COVID-related deaths are up 39%. New COVID cases and hospitalizations are highest among younger adults under the age of 40. For more on this, we are joined now by the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. Thank you so much for joining us, Governor.
Thank you.
So this week, the CDC director urged you to shut things down in your state in order to get this surge under control. You've responded that the issue is lack of compliance with existing rules and the spread of variants. But have you considered that a temporary return to the same restrictions that worked in your state this time last year might help slow the spread and increase compliance?
So this time last year, of course, we didn't know a lot about this virus. We didn't know that a mask could keep you safe. We didn't know if we would ever get testing just to ascertain whether or not we had COVID. We didn't know that vaccines would be here. A lot has changed in the last year. What else has changed is the fact that I have been sued by my Republican legislature and lost in a Republican-controlled Supreme Court some of the executive powers that I use to keep people safe. But I do think it's important to point out we still do have a lot of really strong protocols to keep people safe. Unlike other states, in Michigan, we have a mask mandate. We have capacity restrictions. We have work from home. We've encouraged people to take a 2-week pause. Don't go back to school after spring break. Stay home, do schooling virtually. Stay out of indoor dining in restaurants that are only at 50% as it is. But still, we know with the community spread that we're seeing, it's not safe to do a lot of these things. And we're encouraging people to have some personal responsibility here and to do their part.
But even if another shutdown is not what citizens want, does your role as the head of the state make you ultimately responsible for what's in the state's best interest? And according to the CDC, a shutdown is what would be in the state's best interest.
Well, as I said, I don't have the same set of powers that I had a year ago. It's very different on the ground here in Michigan than perhaps from the vantage point in Washington, D.C. What I will say, though, is that we know what it takes to stay safe. And it is incumbent on every single one of us to take this virus seriously and to do our part, masking up, avoiding indoor gatherings, and most critically, getting that vaccine. We now have over 42% of our population has had at least one shot, almost 30%. We're getting close to 30% of our population being fully vaccinated. So we are in a race, and that's why bringing more therapeutics online, the Biden administration sending more boots on the ground, more mobile units, and our use of monoclonal antibodies that we announced yesterday is going to be really crucial to keeping people out of the hospital and saving lives.
So it sounds to me like your hands are tied. Do you still have the power at this point to make certain mandates, like, for example, closing indoor dining, for example?
You know, I do have some powers. My Department of Health and Human Services does retain some powers to do some things. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to whether or not the citizens take this seriously and do their part. And that's really going to be the answer to getting us out of this moment. We're starting to see things look as though they're slowing down a bit. I don't want to, by any stretch, say that this isn't serious and that we don't all have to take this very seriously. But we're making progress, and it's really incumbent on everyone in the state to do their part, and everyone across the country, for that matter.
I know you say that you feel that the trend lines are potentially slowing and maybe positive, but what concerns you the most at this current point based on the current trends?
Well, we still know that there are people that could get vaccinated today that haven't made their appointment. The quicker we can get to over 70% of our population vaccinated, the quicker we can breathe a little easier and knowing that we are going to get through this and have some more normalcy. That's the goal. And I know President Biden said by the 4th of July, that is our hope. That is our hope here in Michigan as well. We want to meet or exceed that expectation, but it is contingent on us getting vaccinated. And we've got more and more availability, but we need the people of this state and across the country, frankly, to make those vaccination appointments and get inoculated. It's the best way to stay safe and to get our economy back on track.
Beyond vaccines, what else would you like to see from the Biden administration as far as helping out the state of Michigan?
Well, we're very grateful. We've got more boots on the ground coming. We've had regular daily conversations with the administration. Therapeutics we've asked for more therapeutics. Those are on the way as well. So I would say that they have really stepped up and been a great partner to us, and we're grateful for their leadership.
We've seen concerns about vaccine hesitancy across the country, and in Michigan is no different. Do you have a sense of why so few people are getting vaccinated in Detroit in particular?
Well, we have got the TCF, which is being run by the city of Detroit. They're doing a great job getting vaccines into arms. We've got the Ford Field opportunity, which is a mass vaccination site with the federal government, FEMA, the National Guard. I mean, it's all hands on deck. We're really rolling on vaccines. But of course, we know that we're starting to get to a point where we'll see supply outweigh demand. And that's why it's going to be so important that we continue to urge people to get educated and to make use of this incredible opportunity to get an inoculation from a virus that has just ravaged our nation.
And we understand that you had a conversation over the phone with President Biden earlier this week. Anything that you're able to share from that conversation that gives you hope about the future of Michigan and COVID?
Well, I've got a lot of hope because of the Biden administration, frankly. January 20th, we saw this administration start to get, states vaccines, start to buy vaccines, ensure that we've got visibility 3 weeks out so we can do our planning. Every week we've seen an increase in vaccines, and so we're really grateful for the partnership. I know that President Biden cares a lot about Michigan. I know he's and his whole team are being great partners for us, and this is a tough moment. We're going to get through it, but we really do need all of us to take this seriously and to do our part.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, we thank you so much for your time and joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.